What's up, Gaywads? Welcome back to the Very Ultraviolet YouTube channel. My name is Violet, and I'm gonna answer some of your questions. Before we get started, as always, the gameplay footage from these videos is taken directly from my Twitch channel. You can go follow me there, twitch.tv/veryultraviolet. You should also subscribe to my main YouTube channel, where I upload videos on Sundays. This channel gets uploads on Saturdays. And speaking of this channel, you can also subscribe to this channel. And if you need advice, not specifically just for being trans, but I do generally answer questions about being trans, click the link in the description. It should be the first one to go to the anonymous Google form. The first question is from Candy, asking, what is a good skincare routine to make my skin softer? So this is a good question, and it's one that I don't entirely know the answer to right now, but what I'm trying to say is I don't have perfect skin. My skin is not perfect. When you see me post on social media, I have makeup covering up my acne and stuff like that. But the tips that I can give you are important, and I think a lot of trans women don't understand how important this is. You need to wash your face once when you wake up, and another time before you go to sleep. About 30 minutes before you go to sleep. But I mean, if you do it right before bed, it's really not the worst thing in the world. Oftentimes I do it right before bed. Anyway, you also, this is very important, you need to put on moisturizer every single time you wash your face, because if not, your face is going to get really oily, because it's trying to make up for the fact that you have basically dried it out, and it's going to create more pimples, and your skin's going to get irritated, and it's just bad. So moisturizer is super important for your face, but this isn't specifically about your face, so I'm going to answer about the rest of your body too. So, I mean, honestly, for the rest of your body, specifically like your arms and hands, the important thing is just to wear lotion. Just like, every time, when you get out of the shower, put on some lotion and stuff like that. Just moisturize, if you feel like your skin isn't soft enough. But part of the unfortunate reality is that one of the biggest impacts to make your skin softer is taking estrogen. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be doing these previous steps. You should definitely still be doing them whether you're on estrogen or not. Taking care of your skin is very important. Wear sunscreen, by the way. I said this in the last video, but wear moisturizer with sunscreen in it on your face. It'll help you look younger for the rest of your life. It'll keep you away from skin cancer. It's just important. And wear sunscreen on the rest of your body too, if you go out in the sun. I put on sunscreen moisturizer for my face, even when I'm not going out in the sun. I put it on even if I'm going to bed. So, yeah. So the second question is, how long ago did you start HRT? I've been on HRT for about a month and a half to 2 months. And if you're curious about like anything that I've noticed, most of the changes don't really happen until about 3 to 6 months in. But I still have noticed small things. I feel like my face has gotten fuller. I don't know if that's specifically because I've been trying to gain weight, or it's just a thing that's been happening because of the estrogen, because it does redistribute your fat. But that is something that I do feel that's happening, and it's also just like little things that I can't really like think of right now, but you just sort of like look at yourself in the mirror and you get a little bit of that gender euphoria that feels oh so sweet. The third question is, should I start voice training if I'm not out to my parents? By the way, I'm still living with them for the next few years. Yeah, if you want. I mean, the thing about voice training is that in my eyes, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. I have thought about doing voice training, but I've never really like actually trained my voice. How I talk on stream or in these videos is pretty much my natural voice. That's just how I talk. Now obviously I could talk down here if I wanted to, or if I'm in public and I want to make sure that I pass, I talk up here sometimes too, but it's not like I'll be like, "Hi, how are you? I'm good. How are you?" Yeah. Yeah. But like you like that's not I mean that's not perfect. It's good enough, I guess. But my philosophy on voice training is just if you want to, if you feel like it would make you happy, then you should do it, even if you're not out to your parents. Um Now, it gets tricky if you're living with them and you have to spend a lot of time around them, or they can hear you if you're like on call with friends. Um, it can get a little bit tricky. But the thing about voice training is that you can just kind of do it whenever because your voice is always there. So, you can do it in bed and you can just like watch videos. The best, like the voice training tips that I've seen is just, you know, try and do an impression, find a voice that you like, and do an impression of it. Yeah, I mean, I never really did voice training because I always felt like my voice was like a very important part of my personality, especially because I really love to sing a lot. And I can't really hide how I sound when I sing because that's just how I sing. But if you think that, let me say, I do still get dysphoric about my voice, but I find that overall, I kind of, it just feels like me. It just feels like it's my personality. It fits who I am. And the important thing to remember is that, people always say like, trans women don't owe you femininity, and trans men don't owe you masculinity. And it's like, it's really true. Like, people are gonna give you shit for it, and that sucks. But you don't owe people who don't know you shit. You really don't. That's how I deal so well with like the transphobes on Twitter. Is just I distance myself because I'm like, I'm not talking to a real person. Like, there's no way this person is giving me shit. It's like funny to me. And I don't know if that's because I grew up just like watching people get made fun of. Like, I used to grow up watching commentary YouTube channels, and I'm going on a tangent right now. But let me stop myself. But basically, you don't owe anyone shit. Do what you want to do. I feel like my voice is a part of who I am. If you don't feel that way, then yeah, go voice train. Just, do whatever you can, watch YouTube tutorials, stuff like that. And yeah, I wish you luck. So, because I posted the Google form on Twitter, I got a bunch of really stupid questions, so I thought it'd be fun if I just included some of those in here. Have you ever played Destiny 2? I have. I don't plan on going back. It was a long time ago in quarantine. I had a lot more time. Yeah. I think that's pretty much all I have to say about Destiny 2. Where were you on December 7th, 1941 in Hawaii? Is that Pearl Harbor? Anyway, point is, I've been advised not to answer this question. Final question, and this is actually a question that I really liked. So it's not a stupid question. What is your favorite song to listen to while driving? My favorite song to listen to while driving is a song called Transient by Makari. I'll play it for you so that you can hear it. At least like a portion of it. I love it because and here I am, I'm a huge music nerd. I'm about to go to school for music. I'm about to go to college for music production. I'm super excited about it. But it's a very ambient kind of rock song that's like emo, but it's got like a bittersweetness to it. The lyrics do, and I don't know. I really love it. It's a vibe in the car. When I listen to music in the car, I like to turn the bass all the way up. Honestly, whenever I listen to music, I love listening to the bass. I'm a bass player, so I love just like the punchiness of the bass guitar. But yeah, it's my favorite song, and here's a little clip of it so that you can listen to it and decide if you hate it. Anyways, that's gonna be all. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Very Ultraviolet. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that shit. Ask me questions in the forum below. Follow me everywhere. And I'll see you cuties next week. Bye bye!